Hello, all my friends, foes, and everybody in between. It's your girl Jade here. And, I don't know. Today I'll talk about a few things, but maybe some of these topics might get some people out there a little bit emotional because facts are people that are trans, whether they're trans man or trans woman, they go through a lot. A lot that people don't see. And those of you on the streets that make it harder on them by making comments or just being rude or giving them weird looks, you gotta realize we have it hard enough in life. By the way, I didn't do anything with my hair, just washed it. So it's starting to grow out, I think, or get smoother. And I put a little bit of cover up on, like always, to try and cover up this 5 o'clock shadow and just a little tiny bit of eyeshadow, but it's almost 100% me here. And yes, I got my new bra on. Yeah, I'm gonna be showing that off for a while because it's definitely helped with my dysphoria. Like, just wearing it makes me feel more natural, just like how I should be. And it's very comfortable too because, like, just the right amount of padding from the soreness I've been experiencing basically fills up the A cup, so I do notice a little bit of growth, like I said. But I'm not gonna talk about my boobs the whole video. I love having a bra. I can't wait to buy another one. But unfortunately, I am broke. So yeah, that's another thing. It's depressing that I can't get done what I want to get done. I want to get laser work done. I want to get to buy more nice stuff like this and everything, but facts are I gotta put my kids first. I'm one step above homeless myself. I just got my license back. I'm just starting to get on my feet. I still got old fines to pay from years ago, literally like 3 years ago. And like I just wanna be able to get back on my feet and pay for things on my own, but I don't want to be old and gray before I actually get these things to happen. Like, it's very depressing, and there are many trans people out there who don't have a chance at all, have to live their whole life as the biological gender that they don't want to be. And I can't imagine, because, like, just waiting for several years, what seems to me, is just uh, like, if I was only born rich, I would have already taken care of all of these things because that's all it is. It's just owed money and stuff like that in one way or another. I'd already be so many steps ahead. I'd already have my laser work done, everything else, you know, all my fines would have already long been paid off. And I hate that, like, depending on what class you're in, it depends on the quality of like your lifestyle basically. They say money don't buy happiness, but in some cases it does. That's how the government makes it. It makes it to where money buys happiness in some situations like ours. But I don't know, that's another day, another story. Like, I've been having a lot of problems with my family lately because they they're just accepting, but it's more like they're just tolerating. They ignore me. They just let me sit up in my room all day, let me go out wherever, and they don't really pay any mind to me. Even when I'm going through some serious stuff and I say I need someone to talk to, they just yell at me or something. And I'm in my 30s. I just moved back here in January 2021, and I cannot wait to move back out. That's why I can't wait to get back on my feet. Like, if only I could at least get a car, that would go a long way. But things are just tough right now. All my money goes to my kids. Like, I'm sure if you're a regular watcher, you've seen my beautiful boys. I spend like most of my money and like most of my time on them because I want to do this, but my kids will always come first before my personal, you know, like desires or dreams. And I literally do have dreams about it. Since I was little, I've always had dreams about being a girl. And it's weird because, like, in the dreams, I would always still have male genitals if I would look in the mirror to make sure I was a girl. And that would be when I usually would wake up or something. I don't know if anybody else out there has ever went through that, but yeah, that's been a thing with me. I've also talked to a trans man recently who got in trouble just for me hanging out with him. And this guy is really cool, goes through a lot of the same stuff as me. We clicked very well as good friends, and nothing happened between us in any way, shape, or form. But they thought I looked like I would have hurt like him, I guess, because he's actually a her. And in their eyes, they still call him by like girl pronouns and by her girl name. And it's like, you know, it, trans people tend to like to hang around other trans people because we are like-minded individuals. I was willing to say I have nothing to hide, look right in the eye, and say like, look, I just need more friends in my life that I could trust, that I could understand all these things. And this person had it harder than me because now I'm apparently not even welcome at the house because I showed up there and I was a guy biologically, just dressed in my like fucking female clothes and everything. This before I even had a bra. And yeah, I was just myself the whole time. And we had a great time. I even liked her little brother, reminded me a lot of my son, little Jason. And I liked even hanging out with him. It was a great time. And I'd like to get out there again sometime soon. But now we're going to have to sneak about it. And this person is in their 20s. They're not a child. I would never want to hang with a child, for the record. That would make me a pedophile or a sick fuck, whatever you want to call it. I would not ever hang with someone that's like under adult age, but there is no age limit on having trans friends. We come in all shapes, sizes, ages, backgrounds, and we just hit it off. We grew up in similar areas and stuff like that too. Like we like a lot of similar things, and we were having a good time. Just talking, you know, nothing else on the lives of my children, nothing else. And yeah, supposedly now that situation's complicated. It was kind of a disappointment because like I really do need more friends in my life that are trans and local and that I could trust. And I had found one, but then of course there's a roadblock even in the way of that. And yeah, I'm sure it'll get all sorted out one way or the other. I had ended up dropping him off a bag of some of my old clothes and stuff, some guy stuff, so that he could feel less dysphoric. Because, like, his family is not supporting him. At least my family drives me to my HRT appointments and stuff if I need, and they accept it. They just don't really understand or, like, you know, do anything else other than accept it. They just tolerate it. They let me do what I'm gonna do. But this poor guy, oh my god, like he's trying to get on T and everything. And I said I might know a doctor, and I would even be willing to help him get there and everything. And he has no one to help him out. So I was like, look, I will give you all the stuff I think might fit you, like including a really nice one of them nice Spencer's hats. It looked like a Ouija board, and he loved the hat Gave him a belt, gave him a wallet, just some cool guy stuff and everything. Expensive Spencer's type guy stuff. And yeah, I mean, that was like, that makes me feel good about myself. Helping our trans people as much as myself or more, because that's what we need to do. We need to band together, give each other like some support on things, and you know, because no one else is gonna support us, no one else is gonna understand us. Even my own family, like they treat me like a stranger half the time. I corrected my mom yesterday on misgendering me. I was like, don't you think after all these months you could say daughter? She's like, whatever, daughter. And I mean, it's not like I just came out yesterday. It's been several months of me being publicly out to the world, and it's about time that she starts at least breaking the habit easily. I'll try to make it easy on everyone I know and care about and say, just call me Jay. You know, that goes either way, and my name would start with J either way. So just call me Jay because I know a lot of people that called me that anyway. So if you can't call me Jade or Jason, whatever, then just call me Jade. I mean, Jay, not Jade. Well, call me Jade too, of course. And the thing is, like, I am so perfectly named. I let other people pick this name too with me, right? If you remember, I picked between 15 names and let there be a vote on it between the closest people to me. I actually have this nice, beautiful jade rock. It was worth quite a bit of money, but I bought it anyway. And yeah, my favorite color is green in general, but yeah, so that's my representing rock right there. My jade rock. It's real jade too. I did all the tests on it and stuff. Like it doesn't scratch if it's real jade, and it didn't scratch. And I checked into other things like patterns and weight and whatnot. It's actually a nice solid piece. Like I collect I collect rare crystal type stuff anyway. Like I got this nice little, I think it's purple quartz or amethyst. Oh, just knocked one of my fingers down. These are clear quartz. It's a nice big one. Yeah, I got all my collectibles always around somewhere, right? That's the thing. And I'm still working towards my passion of collectibles, like this. Some of the stuff I'm selling this weekend at the flea market. I will be at the Vineland Flea Market working this weekend, very likely, unless something happens. So here's a preview. Some coins in here and some Magic the Gathering. I got a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, a booster pack with 40 cards in it. I just got that in. I got like 5 or 6 of these 35 card Magic packs. Got a bunch of these Mario cards. I have at least like 4 or 5 of them. So yeah, I mean, God knows I have much more than that, but that's a little preview for this weekend, this Saturday. I can't wait. Um, I'll probably have at least my older son come with me and help me out. I always used to like having an adult second set of hands help me out, but not too many people like working nowadays on that day, or they just simply can't get out there. Because, like I say, they can display their stuff for free and then on top of it get partially paid for, like, whatever they sell of mine. If they make the sale, they get 50% of the profit from that. And plus, like, I pay them anyway at the end of the day a little bit. Or I'll buy them lunch, things like that. Just to hang out for a few hours, basically. But, Yeah, looks like Little Monkey's gonna be my assistant to this week. If he even feels up for it. He don't always feel up for it. It still looks something to look forward to because like I could use getting out for a bit and just have a good time and everything. I love dealing with all the people there. It's all the regular vendors and all the regular customers. They all know me. And even with my current lifestyle, no one's giving me a weird look. As a matter of fact, a couple people have said I look great and stuff like that. Because I did work there one time since my transition, and it felt weird, but everyone was so accepting because they know me. They like so many people stereotype you before they know you, and like they took the time to know me as a person, so it's kind of hard for them to hate me just because of how I'm dressing, if that makes sense. And like, I mean, I just feel so bad for those out there who have it worse than I do. I know I don't have it good at all. I have, I'm basically broke. I sleep on a futon. Don't have my own car, nothing. But people out there do have it worse. My friend who I met, when he told me how his parents reacted to me, I was like, wow, they're even worse than my parents by a long shot. Like, at least my parents would invite someone into the house and they may not like their lifestyle, but they'll allow it, you know? And they'll be like, well, that's your friend, not mine, kind of business. I don't know. I try and give my family, like, stuff to read up on so that they can understand things better. I tell them to watch some of my videos because I do want us to have a closer relationship, but they gotta understand I'm not gonna act like a regular woman. Like I'm going, especially like in the first few months of hormones, my brain's going haywire. I'm only like 2 months in and some change, and like plus I'm dealing with all these changes. I've had certain people cut me off that actually meant something to me. Like my dad's only living sibling cutting me off. That broke my heart, because we used to be very close for many years. But I don't know. Um, my just my heart goes out to everyone, and anybody that ever wants to talk about these things, feel free to message me in public, private, whatever. I'm always willing to use my life experiences because I've been through a lot even before I came out as trans. I've been through a lot of near death experiences, a lot of dangerous situations, and like that experience gives me at least the chance to help others by talking from experience. But yeah, you can message me in private and on public, whatever, and I'm always gonna give someone the time of day. If they're worth the time of the day and they treat me with respect, I will always give them 10 times the respect. That's just how I was raised, simply. And that's why I know that if my dad was alive, he'd be accepting me for the person who I am. He'd know I have a good heart. That, like, the people matter to me, you know? My dad's best friend in the world was gay, even though they never messed around or nothing, obviously. But my dad was a very open minded man. For being a sergeant in the Korean War, he was very open minded. And, like, I know that I'd still be making him proud to this day. Especially the fact that I'm using my pain, my personal problems, to offer an olive branch to help anybody else who might be going through similar situations or might just need someone to talk to so you realize you're not alone. Because out where I live, I felt like I was alone 100%. But fortunately, I've met a couple of really cool people through like support groups on New Jersey Support Group.com, New Jersey Transgender Support, I think it's called, on Facebook, and you realize you're not alone. Transgenders are spread far and few through most of them small towns, but that's all you gotta do. Seek people out like you would seek a treasure out, and doesn't mean it has to be romantic. You know, you don't have to be romantic to hang out with somebody. You can just have somebody to talk to that would understand things that even your closest family members wouldn't, or they might take wrong. My mom, she constantly thinks I'm attacking her just because I'm disagreeing with her on things. But I'm not going to agree with her on things that aren't true. Like I told her, what do you think it would feel like to wake up every morning, look in the mirror, and just get depressed looking in the mirror because you feel like you're trapped in this hairy, tall body that you can't even fucking stand? Like certain feelings she would never understand unless she lived them. And she hates to not be able to have an answer for me, so it pisses her off and she'll leave the room or something. But it's a living nightmare. Living, being stuck in a body that you can't stand. And not too many people that are regular, everyday people would get that. Even allies don't fully get that because they've never lived it. And I could tell you from experience, you have to live something to truly 100% grasp it. You may 99% grasp it, but to truly get it, you have to go through it yourself. But I think I've touched on enough topics for today. I definitely did a long rant about like problems with being trans and what it could cause between family members and whatnot. Me and my family, I'm sure we'll talk again, but we're just on the fritz right now because they just upset me with how they try and play like they know more than they do. And then they'll ignore me if I disagree with them on things that I know that aren't true. Every transgender person is also different. You can't write a book on any of us and say, "Oh, this is every trans person." We have different motives, different expectations for what we want down the line. We have different sexualities. You know, I prefer girls myself. Like, I would rather get with a girl, but I would try getting with a guy too. I have in the past. So like I'm mainly like into girls, but I'm pretty much pansexual. I would definitely love to get with a trans person myself cuz I feel like they would be the best to have a conversation with, best to, get a connection with. And that's what I'm about, connection. Like, I'm not about just jumping right into the sack. Like, I would have to get to know somebody before considering getting romantic like that. Like, I'm not looking to rush into anything at all. But just in reference to that, like, that's my preferences. Um, I don't know. I wish everybody the best out there. I really do. And people out there that still hate on us, you know, what we do to you. If you hate us, don't date us, don't hang with us, whatever. We'll agree to disagree and go on our separate ways. But don't go out your way to make a person whose life already feels like shit feel even worse. Because you never know if you might be the one to push that person over the edge. And then you'll never forgive yourself. If you're truly a religious person, especially, which most of them claim to be, and I'm religious myself, but my God is a forgiving God. And my God would not smite somebody just for simply how they're pre wired and for dressing a certain way. I'm not here rocking like the sign of the devil or something. But anyway, yeah, if you're truly a religious person, then You live and you let live. Do unto others. You know? Like, you don't have to like someone's personal lifestyle, what they do in the bedroom. But if they're a good person to you, be a good person back. Otherwise, you're nothing but a fake. And that's just what it is. That's not even my opinion. That's what it is. You're a fake Christian if you don't just show people everywhere kindness and love as as much as they deserve it. Now, if someone's rude to you, do what you want. But I haven't met too many rude trans people in my lifetime. Like, I haven't met that many trans people, period, but I'm yet to meet any that are just straight up rude. Probably because we know what it's like to go through hell and back, and we would never put someone else through that. Did you ever think that? Like, because we've been through so much that we would be the last ones to make someone else feel like crap about themselves. Oh no. I've rambled for long enough today. I hope you all have enjoyed my video. It's been nice talking to y'all. Um, Once again, reach out to me if you have any questions, comments, personal topic you want to bring up. If you have a story you want to tell me in personal, I would never put your name on here if you didn't want me to. And um, I definitely have a lot of stories of my own that I can probably help to some degree with. For now, everybody, be safe and peace out.